Would you like one more reason to hate Duke? Well, okay. Duke University is the school that everyone loves to hate, and now they're getting some serious side-eye from HBO's White Lotus, and not for its academics or basketball skills. In the latest season, set in a luxury Thai resort, Jason Isaacs plays a filthy rich dad and Duke alum who finds out the FBI is investigating him for money laundering. And we know he's a Duke alum because, like real-life Duke grads, he loves letting people know he went to Duke. Then in episode 5, things take a darker turn. Isaac's character, Timothy Ratliff, writes a goodbye note, pulls out a gun, fantasizes about ending it all. What's he wearing? A Duke t-shirt. And with March Madness in full swing, it was perfect timing for the scene to go viral, as fans joke that this is what happens when the school doesn't take home the championship. But the university was so offended, its PR team issued a formal statement, quote, Duke appreciates artistic expression and creative storytelling, but characters prominently wearing apparel bearing Duke's federally registered trademarks creates confusion and mistakenly suggests an endorsement or affiliation where none exists. Duke's vice president for communications, marketing, and public affairs, Frank Tramble, told the New York Times that White Lotus, quote, not only uses our brand without permission, but in our view uses it on imagery that is troubling, does not reflect our values or who we are, and simply goes too far. In other words, Duke is saying,
I don't appreciate your tone, Piper.
Now, Duke did not file a lawsuit, but it suggested the show improperly tarnished his trademarks. But here's some bad news for Duke and its top 14 law school. Trademark law is not on your side. Courts don't let trademark claims override First Amendment protections for creative works unless the show is explicitly misleading people into thinking that Duke produced it or is using the mark in an intentionally false way. And spoiler, it's not. Now, Duke isn't the first university to have a panic attack over a television show. Earlier this year, Pepperdine University asked the court to halt the release of Running Point, a new comedy series from Mindy Kaling, claiming it improperly used the university's Waves trademark. But a federal district court in California rejected Pepperdine's bid for a temporary restraining order because the marks were artistically tied to the purpose of the series, which was to evoke Los Angeles' basketball culture. The court also saw no evidence that Netflix or Warner Brothers was misleading the public into believing that Pepperdine University produced or endorsed the series. Now, you might be wondering why some TV shows will blur out logos. And yes, it might be to avoid litigation because anyone can sue over anything, even if they probably won't win. You can never be 100% sure. But more often than not, the show just doesn't want to provide free advertising to the brand or to anger the companies that did pay for advertising or product placement. You probably don't want to show a Nike logo if you're sponsored by Adidas. Anyhow, great job with the Streisand effect, Duke. But if you went to Duke and committed financial fraud, you're gonna need a good lawyer. But with my law firm, the Eagle team, you'll get a great lawyer and pay nothing unless you win. So click on the link below.